Okay, so hi everybody. It's the 23rd of February, 17 in the evening. We are going to start the first meeting of EcoCoWaLa. Is a kickoff meeting, is the first kickoff meeting. And at the meeting there are present the Italian team, Austrian team, and Portuguese team. Let's start with the Portuguese. Jorge and Theo, do you want to greet the floor, say
Yeah.
words, welcome words as you prefer?
Yes, I can start. Yes, I'm also very happy to be here. So this was a starting journey when I met Petra, or I received her contact a few years ago, probably. So and then there was a very pleasure to meet someone from another country, in this case, Austria. And when she found us and saw what we were doing, and also she experimented what the work that we're doing so for many years, and she showed the appreciation and the concern and the consciousness about the task that we were doing. So it's very thrilling when someone from outside come to our project and see and value what many people here don't see. Many I cannot even explaining. We have many country fellows, Portuguese, that they don't value and they don't appreciate. Even I think so. They don't have the conscience or the perception of the work that we have been doing. And with this contract with Petra, I also put her the responsibility to help us, in a way to support us in the future. So, and I'm very pleased after taking some contacts with her, with a bit of time, that we reach now this partnership with you and the European project. I think this is very thrilling for us, very exciting, and in a moment that Cabeco Santo Association, we are thriving more with other projects, with other things, situations that we are working. So a very important project, and also can meet you, even now the digital world, and then in presence, that you can come here, and we will go there also to try to also to interact. And this is exchange between men and women, and our knowledge, our persons, our souls, our hearts. I think this is what we're going put us through, humanity putting through. So I'm very happy to stay here, and I think I can close for now, and I pass to Theodora.
Yes, thank you, George. You told everything. That I'm very pleased also to be there with you, with the team, and for this project that we are creating all together, and for sure it will be a success, and sharing our knowledge of your work, and see in the field your work as well. For me, it's very, very nice. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Theo. Thank you,
Thank you.
Jorge. I leave the floor to Petra to introduce the Austrian team. I'd like to thank Petra for the great job she has done writing the application and finding partners and for everything behind the lines. You have been very great. Thank you, Petra. You have the floor.
Thank you, Christian. And thank you, George, for your words. I feel very pleased and honored, and yeah, I just can return everything. And I was really impressed of the work you're doing there. And same to Italy, we had the pleasure to be on site in October last year, and so I think it's an unusual situation for such EU projects that we know each other on that level already before starting officially, and to have done a lot of work actually. So before the official start of this kickoff, I'm very excited and very proud to have this team here today, to have all your support in the background. And I feel already this spirit and yeah, this special atmosphere and this willingness. It's something very special in my biography. I need to mention, but because my job here, it isn't like that. So it's more effort, more complaints, and yeah, you know, a normal job. And this project feels completely different. And yeah, I thank all of you, every one of you, to be here today, to be present in on such a yeah motivation level. And I don't want to talk too much because the evening today will be long. Just a few words to the structure. So it's just a structure, and we will see how we will handle it. And before we go into details, I give my word to the rest of the Austrian team. Maybe Annemarie, would you like to say something?
Möchtest du was von mir, Petra? Entschuldigung, ich höre nichts. Bist du? Ah, jetzt.
Ganz kurze Vorstellung.
Okay.
Ein paar Worte und Lisa übersetzt es dann.
Ja, okay. Ja, wie schon gesagt, mein Name ist Annemarie. Bin zu Hause in der Südsteiermark in Österreich und bin bei der Naturfreunde Ortsgruppe Liebring und auch bei den Naturfreunde Steiermark, wo ich sehr viel mit den Naturfreunde Jugend zusammenarbeite. Passt das?
Can you translate, Petra?
Okay. Yeah, she is.
War das genug oder?
Yeah. She's also excited to be here. Says hello to everyone. She's representative of a very active local group, and she will do her best to support the team in this project.
Okay. So can I go on? Have you finished? Okay, so
Yeah, finished.
Just let me give some few words to introduce the Italian team. As mentioned in the previous meetings, the Italian team is the federation of the Italian Naturfriends. Federation means that we are a group of local organization, local NGO. In detail, there are two local groups very active in water protection that are taking part to this project. The groups are Saviore dell'Adamello group, presented by Italo Bigioli, that is the president, and Stella. And the second group is Ledro Inselberg, represented by Pietro, Maria, and Diego as well. There is also a cross member, that is Pari. She's hiding herself because she's reaching reaching the house before to coming back home from the office. She's a part of the federation and representative also for the young group of Italian Naturfriends. I just leave the floor to Italo and Pietro as a representative of the local groups to say welcome, words of welcome in the project, and then we can start with the agenda. Italo, do you want to start?
I start saying I'm very happy to be here with you, and good work to everybody.
Thank you so much. Pietro?
Okay, me too. No, it's too short. It's too short.
Okay.
Yeah, we are very happy. I invite Diego in this group because we try to involve some young people in this project from Ledro Inselberg. And I don't know if this is the time to for the answer to Karin or is it after? After.
Maybe later.
Okay.
Later.
Well,
yeah.
I have a work home competitive. Homework.
Homework. Yeah. Perfect. So, as you have, as far as you have understood,
sorry,
okay.
Karin and Lisa, they were quiet before. Could you also please say a few words before we start?
Yes, hello, I'm Karin. I'm from Graz, and I'm a member since I was 15. So very young, I came to the Naturfriends, and I came to the Naturfriends for sportive reasons. So I am a kayaker, and I'm also in my whole life, I'm very near to environmental problems, and I like to I see the problems when I was paddling on the water. So there is many waste in the water, and then I decided to create a new idea to collect waste by kayaks. And so I'm getting contact to Petra, and we try to make this activity together with children. And so this was the start of our very nice relationship. And I'm very happy to get know all of your activities and all of your personally, especially in Portugal. I'm very looking forward to it.
Thank you,
Can you hear
Karin.
me?
Yep, Lisa, it's up to you.
Okay, finally. I've got some troubles with my microphone and I don't know what was the problem first. Okay. So I'm working for 4 years now for the Naturfriends regional office in Styria. And yeah, I think this is my biggest project so far. And I'm very looking forward to the whole project and meeting all of you in person. And yeah, I'm really happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, perfect. So, giving back. Okay, so as far as you have understood, the default language is English, unfortunately for Anne-Marie, but every time it is needed, we can stop and give a short recap to Anne-Marie. And Petra, obviously, you are the Austrian team is in charge of the translation because no one of us know Deutsch.
Ma Stella si è già presentata?
ho lasciato alle sezioni la parola ai presidenti per brevità,
Okay.
però Stella, if you wanted to introduce you with some
Yourself.
words, why not?
I think so. After we answer the question of Karin, I present me.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so back to the agenda. I received the agenda of the meeting from Petra. Is very well done. I will share the document with you. Let me share the screen for a while. Okay. So this is the document. Welcome introduction. So for the first point, Petra is asked to introduce aims of the kickoff meeting and all the parts that are related. So Petra, what about? Do you need some stuff before, or are you ready to introduce the point?
Sorry. I think we can go.
Sorry, Christian, is to Zoom e se puoi chiuderlo perché poi va sulle finestrelle a destra. Forse così è un po' troppo grande.
Ok.
No,
Lo tiro giù e interrompo. Facciamo prima.
no.
Peter, do you need the document open in the screen sharing? Okay.
No, thanks, Christian. I asked Lisa to keep an eye on the time frame.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to consume your time too long, and but I want to take the time necessary. I want to give you the time required to talk about details. And I would say we could start with the project presentation if there is no issue open at the moment from your side.
No, I think the floor is okay. I think you can go on.
Okay.
Should I translate for Annemarie? Just that she knows what's going on?
I don't think that's necessary. She knows already the project. Okay. So I would wait for the presentation.
Petra, sorry, there is something that I have to upload, or?
I have sent you the PowerPoint document before.
Okay. Oh, yes, here it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Back. Okay. Here it is. Is it okay with the screen sharing?
Not yet.
Not.
Let me check. Okay. Maybe this is the right option.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, we can go on. Do you have to go on?
Yeah, because it doesn't work for me.
Okay.
So if you would go on. So slide.
There is a slide you are looking for.
The number 5, please.
Number 5. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, just one thing for the documentation, please don't forget us to take a picture of the team. Then for social media and documentation, you know. Maybe Lisa, after the first part, could you remind me? Okay. Okay, so let's start with the project overview. You already had a very detailed look into the application, and what I do now is just give a summary of the main points, and I try to not lose myself into details too much. So the overall aim is pedagogical aim is to enhance awareness, knowledge, share knowledge, and the involvement of young people in the fields very relevant for ecological crisis and sustainability. The main focus of our activity is what in all these Erasmus Plus projects to develop something innovative, to develop a result. And our focus is a nature-based and non-formal program for environmental education. And the methods are to be developed by us together in the meetings we will plan later, and by actively involving young people. That's a very important point. Yeah, the main result shall be a handbook.
Oops, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, it shall be a collection of educational tools, of methods, a documentation of best practice examples, a presentation of our work, a description of what we have done, and yeah, a compendium to use for all interested professionals active in this field. And what is ensuring the quality is that we try to standardize our methods so that they can be very well used also in different contexts, and they are tested and evaluated at the end. Our target groups are youth workers, professionals, and young people. And a special element is also the involvement of stakeholders into the process. Next. Yeah, that's the structure of our project. So I won't talk too much to that point because you already know it, you already are familiar with it. And about the dates of the meeting. So of the meetings, it's very important that we fix the dates soon so that the relevant partners could start their organizational work. Yeah, the first part is already ongoing. Originally, we have scheduled 3 half days for the kickoff. So I'm not very, I don't know now if we could do it in 2 days. So we will see it next time. And if it's not enough with these 2 half days or 2 evenings, we will have to find a third evening. In that case, I would suggest we find it at the end of next meeting. And let's keep this point open for now. And
Okay.
yeah, let's see, maybe we won't need, but otherwise we could choose a Tuesday, maybe just for 2 or 3 hours. If it's okay for you, let's leave it this first part now. And for the transnational meetings, Theo, you asked me today if it is already fixed. So from the project point of view, this is just it was just a planning, and it has been a very important point in the evaluation that our overall structure, the schedule seemed realistic and also well planned. But of course, we are still open to change the dates as long as it doesn't bring everything in disorder. So what about the Portuguese meeting? Is this last week of May? Is it still is it still in plan, or would you like to shift something? George, you want to
Yes.
speak?
So we were looking for the experts. We made first contacts, but then we have not reached to finalize the agreement with that contacts because about the English. They were not speaking English. So I arrange on my network another contact that we will meet him online tomorrow. So and then we will determine the days we will speak with him. He has very experiments. He has loads of experience, and the English is not the issue. Probably not even Italian. But so and we will let you know next week already. I will tell him about the dates that we were scheduled, and we will confirm to you next week if he's okay.
I guess it's okay for all of you as well. Okay, and if if it is fixed, then next week we could already start planning the trip. So book the tickets.
Okay.
In order to get it cheaper than the last minute tickets, to have our budget in
Yes,
in the
yes, yes,
focus.
of course.
And
Makes
we're
sense.
obliged to to plan or to spend the money economy and effective, and
Yeah, that's fine.
But
It makes perfect sense.
it's still 3 months, and we have enough time to plan everything in detail.
Okay.
In the about this point, Peter, I would like to add some consideration I've done in these days, talking about the meeting that will be held in Italy. We have considered that as far there are a lot of activity in outdoor activities, because in field monitoring of river and something like that, we have considered that in the beginning of the month of October there is more hours of light during the day, so we are going to purpose to shift the dates in the beginning of the month of October, in order to have more time to spend outdoor, if everyone is okay. But we can fix this kind of date altogether also, because we have 6 days to spend for this event. Obviously, we are scheduling also and planning activities with some local schools. So it means that we cannot use days like Saturday or Sunday, because the schools are closed and not taking part to the project. But we can arrange maybe the official first day and the last day, as you prefer, in order you have to travel to reach Italy and to be back. So maybe if you prefer to start on Monday, to travel on Sunday, to close on Saturday, or to finish on Sunday, these are the kind of little adjustment I'm talking about. So we are open to this kind of arrangement, in order also, if you want to check which is the best solution to travel to Italy for you, that are coming from Austria, and also for you, Jorge and Theo, that are coming from Portugal. And then we can with the next meeting to close this point and to fix the date altogether. This is the consideration I have done, but I don't know if it is a good for everybody, or just we have to purpose a date and that's okay.
I think that will be best on 7 to 13.
Yes, this is the week we were looking at, but I mean, if you prefer to start on Monday or on
Monday,
Tuesday,
yes, or 8 to 13 or 7 to 12.
Yeah.
What I noticed, that the flight tickets in general, they are more expensive on the weekend, on the Sunday.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we have time to book. So I don't know if it's relevant what I'm saying, but yes.
Would be better to 9 to 15. Mercoledì, cos'è?
To Wednesday.
Come si chiama? Wednesday to Tuesday.
Yeah, but Pietro, se facciamo da mercoledì a mercoledì, però poi di mezzo c'è la domenica e non riusciamo a coinvolgere le scuole.
Infatti, un po' quello è il problema.
The choice is to start on 7 and to to finish on 12 or to start on 8 and to finish on 13. This is the choices we have, or to adjust one day more or less as you prefer. This is the consideration. So we have time. I think you can give a look to the flight rates, and then we can decide how to adjust the dates, because for one day less or more to start one day before or later, I think is not a good problem to manage for us, at least.
Sorry, I suggest that inside the agreement we can write the period between the first day of October till 25 of October, 1 week inside that period. Because I think that your problem, Petra, was what we have to write in the partnership agreement.
I don't know. I don't understand exactly the point now. Yeah. It's the we have to write the dates into the agreement. But for the agreement we have maybe 2 more weeks to fix it and to sign it. And if, as Christian suggested, we could fix the definite dates next Friday.
Sorry, I think there is a little bit problem with the school, because if we want to involve the school, now we are not very sure exactly which days we can find it will be available for the school. My opinion is, in the partnership we can write that the meeting will be in the October, and we can write in exactly the day till the April, for example.
Non ho capito.
No, allora, io dico, siccome nell'agreement dobbiamo indicare delle date in cui avvengono le attività.
Ma quello lo facciamo col prossimo incontro. Il prossimo incontro definiamo le date, poi va nell'accordo
Ma
fissiamo lì.
anche al 1° marzo non ci avremo le date. Perché dicevo, per non scrivere una data che poi non siamo sicuri di farla, potremmo nell'accordo dire l'AP2, l'AP3 lo faremo ad ottobre. La data esatta la definiamo entro aprile.
Sì, si può definire questa forma qua, però ecco,
Quello che
l'idea
intendevo.
sì, ma l'idea è quella che settimana prossima comunque stabiliamo le date con precisione.
Ma come facciamo con le scuole? Non so se le scuole poi saranno, senza averle contattate prima, se sono disponibili proprio il 7.
Cioè tu dici
Quello che di tenerci larghi,
okay.
di tenerci
Okay.
larghi, ci teniamo larghi per dire lo faremo a ottobre. Sorry if we talk in Italy to the other people.
Dopo mettiamo comunque nella difficoltà chi deve venire in Italia a non poter prenotare in anticipo, e dobbiamo in qualche modo starci sopra su questa cosa qui. Cioè,
però
facciamo così, parliamone tra di noi, perché adesso stiamo andando un po' lungo su questa cosa qui. Ne parliamo tra di noi e comunque entro settimana prossima cioè, cambia relativamente poco, magari ne parliamo tra di noi e vediamo cosa fare, così possiamo andare avanti. Ok, I will recap what we have talked and said with Pietro, because it was figure out that in that week in October, or maybe in every activity with the school is not yet decided and is not yet accepted yet. So maybe schools are not in the condition, and we are not in the condition to say yes, in that week we can do. We are sure that we can have a school with us with the outdoor activities. So Pietro was suggesting to write in the agreement an open format for the date, like the activity will be held in October, and by the end of the April we can fix exactly the date. We are going to discuss this point by the next meeting, because it means obviously that it put the other organization in the condition that they are not able to book in advance before April the travel to Italy. So we need to talk a little bit in this week, and with the next meeting we will have more clear idea. Maybe we can contact teachers and have an informal agreement about it. So I think we cannot we can skip to the shift to the next point in order not to waste too much time. And next meeting we will discuss about the date with more information about it. My invitation was only to look about that week we have pointed out at the moment, from 7 to 12 of October, which are the options with 1 day more, 1 day less, before or later, in order to, as I may say, to meet all the requirements, also to have a cheaper travel for everyone. So hope to have been clear. If not so, Pari, you have raised your hands. You have to say something.
Yeah, it was already before Pietro, but I think it's correlated. I just wanted to, like from a lot of experience I have, it's depend on the project manager and its reports. It is very much amendable, the dates. So, like what you actually put on the partner agreement and the exact dates are justifiable if there are 5 days earlier, later, or 5 weeks earlier, later, if the project manager justifies it in the sense that, okay, we could not manage to have the 3 weeks from the school, so we have postponed it, and it's as easy as that. So I would invite you to maybe define a date. I mean, now you decided that you will do it with the Italians later. It is also okay, but don't worry if at some point for some days or some weeks we have to change the date. Of course, it goes back to the travels that we are booking. That is another point, but at the formal level, it is okay to change dates based on if it's justifiable, that is for a good cause. So no problem with the project partnership agreement.
Okay, thank you, Bobby. I agree completely. We can fix the date in October, write it in the contract in that way, and then decide it from after or according the availability of the school group. And as long as we are able to justify it from quality reasons, everything will be okay.
Yeah.
And question to Theo and Josh. So if we definitely fix it until end of March, or start the booking of the tickets by the end of March or beginning of April, would that be okay for you? And Christian, we can agree that it will be within the first 2 weeks of October and not at the end of October because
Yeah.
of we will have longer days. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it okay for you, Portuguese?
Yes, that's fine. We just need to check the agenda of the expert of
Yes.
João tomorrow on
Mhm.
the meeting, and I will let you know. Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Okay, sounds great.
Yeah.
And we know that it's always very difficult when you want to work with schools. Yeah. And that's why I really
Yeah, no, I mean, it's
understand.
difficult, Peter, you're right, but at the same time, we are involving, want to involve different schools, different
Yeah.
classrooms, and the risk is if we have to accept the availability of everyone, we have to follow them. Maybe it's dangerous because maybe they are not available at the same week. We have to be so good and to convince them to be free in the week we wanted to have the meeting. you
So
know
they just need to see their chance to join to
yeah,
such a big project.
Yep. Anyhow, so but I mean, talking about dates is on the agenda for the next meeting, so don't want to waste time for and to steal time to topic of this kickoff meeting number one. So there is something to add to the first point about the aims of the kickoff meeting, presentation round of the team. We can go to the presentation of the project and its visions that is scheduled to be presented by you, Petra, and with the question point about Pietro.
Sorry, I just think it's important to translate the things we talked about to Annemarie. Is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lisa, I think it's just about the dates.
Ja.
Ja.
About the dates, ja.
Ja.
Also Annemarie, es geht jetzt um die Treffen in Portugal und in Italien. Die Portugiesen haben gemeint, sie werden es bis Ende nächster Woche fixieren, das Treffen, weil sie müssen noch mit ihrem Experten reden. Es ist jetzt noch nicht ganz fix. Und die Petra hat sie gebeten, bis Ende März das Ganze zu fixieren, damit wir die Flüge buchen können. Die Italiener meint, sie möchten ihr Treffen vorverlegen auf die ersten 2 Oktoberwochen, weil sie ja viel draußen machen und da einfach die Tage noch länger sind. Aber sie wissen noch nicht genau wann, weil sie ja da mit mehreren Schulen kooperieren möchten und die alle ja Zeit haben müssen. Das heißt, sie werden das jetzt erst im April fixieren können, aber es wird auf alle Fälle in den ersten 2 Oktoberwochen sein.
In Oktober bin ich flexibel, sagen wir mal so.
Gut.
Okay,
das
danke.
War's. Bitte.
Dankeschön.
Danke, Lisa. Okay, Christian, let's jump to slide 7.
Okay.
Yeah, very fast. We can resume the work activity package 1. You're already familiar. And we can, the dissemination activities will be a bit more complicated, no, not complicated, but is a very important point in order to fulfill our obligations, and this will be part of next Friday. Okay, number 8. Here I have listed the required outcome of the activity package 1 of the project management part. The partnership agreements we will have to sign until the end of the kickoff phase. I have sent you a very basic template before, I guess 1.5 hours before we met. Just have a look on it. It's broken down what is in the grant agreement. So this is the basis, and then we can amend and we can add all our other topics, but more to that a little bit later. Then we have to elaborate a detailed activity plan. The concept is already existing, and we need to agree to that, or maybe do some changes or additions. Then the dissemination plan, I will prepare a template until next Friday. So there are already existing concepts, and I will try to put it in a form that's according to our possibilities, and we will discuss it next time. The same is about the concept for evaluation and how we ensure sustainability. Next time I will present it more detailed. Then we need to prepare a set of templates and office tools for our communication for the monitoring and evaluation. I have listed what we already have. Then we could form a communication strategy out of this. And who is causing the noise? Is it better now? Yeah. Pietro, thank you at that point to you for your great work. It will be also the basis for some of these things. You already delivered a monitoring plan that will help us going through our project. We will refer to it next week. And finally, I don't know exactly what I meant here. Yeah, again, the strategy for communication, cooperation, preparation, and implementation of tasks will be a bit later today. I gathered a structure to plan how we share our tasks. Okay, then we can jump to the next slide, please. Or maybe Pietro, have you something to add? Because you already are very into that topic.
Yes, about what?
About the part I was talking right now.
One of the important point will be to define the indicator of result. That we can define because when you have to do the report of the project, before it's better to find the indicator very easy to check. For example, one of the indicator will be how many young people between 12 and 50 years 15 years we think to involve. one indicator that we can define will be 3, 2, 4. And define early this indicator is very easy when you have to do the report. And it will be easy for all the partner who organize the meeting, because during the meeting you can check if the indicator will be raggiunti.
Achievement.
Raggiunti, achievement. And this is a part of monitoring of the project. Do you understand what I mean?
I understand very well what you mean, and I'm grateful that you informed about this. We have already defined some indicators, but not in that, not in detail, not referred to the to each meeting.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes. Our effort will be altogether to define not too much indicator, but the indicator who will be very easy to check during all the activity. For example, another indicator will be how many pages we have to write in the handbook, and how many handbook we distribute. That will be one indicator. Do you understand?
I understand, yeah.
Okay. In the all the task we define 2 or 3 indicators, and in this way, for all of us, will be very easy to check. And when you have to do the report, or we have to do the report, will be very easy to feel
To fulfill.
to fulfill all the part of the report. And if the agency want to check something, we have very clear documents to give about all the develop of the project. If you want, I try to write some indicator to explain better what I mean. After this meeting, the next day, I try to write some indicator.
I think, Pietro, that would be very helpful. And first, I send you what I have defined in the application. So that's our minimum, what we have to fulfill. And on that basis, each partner could think for itself how to fix, or what indicators to fix for the relevant meeting. Okay.
Okay. That is fine.
And this will be part of the contract then. For our working program. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
No, yeah, thank you. Welcome. All together. Welcome and thank you.
Yeah.
So our meetings, we have to plan as green events. So that's why I choose the color green for today. Sorry for the stupid joke. so it's not a very strong concept, but I guess you all know how to do it. I know Cabeco Santo, and I know they are acting very green. I know Gian, and I know they are acting very green. So I guess there is nothing to explain here more in detail. And for the, so as we are already a team that knows each other quite well, but haven't met all together at the same place at the same time, I asked the Portuguese to consider some team building elements. But how you do it, it's up to you. Just maybe some funny games in the evening or something.
Yes. We are going to think about this. That's team building activity. Yeah. I know what I have some idea, but yeah, we have to think about. But I really see what it is, and yes. So just we need to define.
Yeah,
Okay.
we thought about it even
Yes.
even between the the theory part, I think to break down a little bit. So we had thought already put that in place. Yes.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So the structure of the meetings, you are already familiar with that. I had some conversation with Theo about, and I know that the Italians have already a great concept, and you will present it then next week according to the agenda. Is there any questions for you need to clarify now? Okay. Next slide. As you know, the meetings are there not just to have fun. We have to deliver something. And yeah, this will be my part. It's kind of office work, prepare the templates for documentation, for evaluation of the activities on site, and I will do it in a very deep going exchange with the relevant partner. As you are the experts, as you are the in charge for the organization, and I will help you with the tools, and I will help you maybe with preparing this testing, evaluation, and documentation part. Yeah, what's very important is this expertise, the sharing of the expertise gained in the fields in which you are active, ecological and landscape recovery work, and water. Aha, I didn't mention the water topic. I'm so sorry. Of course, it's covering both fields. And we will have to measure somehow the ecological impact by the involvement of young people. So that's the part of long-term impact to keep in mind and to have in focus the sustainability. And about the involvement of stakeholders, here are listed some parts or some possibilities, and whom to involve is of course up to you, and we will see. But it's not a pressure to have them all at the same place on site. maybe it's possible to involve them a bit earlier or later or in another context. Okay, let's just keep in mind this. Christian, next slide, please. Yeah, before we get into the handbook contents, is there any question to the part before? Okay.
So I have some question, but I think it's better in the end of your presentation.
Okay.
But now is only a few answer.
Okay. Here I have listed all the contents which will be part of the handbook. I think it's not necessary to read all this. Maybe just let's keep it open and you read it, or if you have a question to it. So it looks a bit much, but it's nothing more than what it's already written in the application, and it's a checklist. This presentation also shall be considered as a checklist for us, so that we do not need to have a look always in the application, which is a bit difficult to find all the details. And yeah, and this could be the basis then for the contract as well, to have in an annex or as part of our working program. Any question?
I have a question about, I think we have already talked, but I don't remember well what we have stated together. As in the project are mentioned to be involved with different institutions and different stakeholders related to river ecosystems, like from the agriculture, like from local institution and so on. We are not sure to be able to bring all of them in the week that the meeting will be held. So we have already agreed and talk about to involve them by a video interview that we can have easily maybe during the summer, and to prepare and to have in October to have already the contribution of all these stakeholders. If they can come in person, it will be better. So the question is about the handbook. Everything should be written. I mean, not also what is recorded by video, the contribution, then can be transcribed and to be ready to be printed and to be written in the handbook. Is it right? Or is it enough to or the handbook will have a digital version in which we can add media without writing, but maybe we can add some attachment like video interview or so on?
We haven't fixed yet to have a printed version or to have a certain number of printed exemplars. So it is just, or the minimum is which was approved, that we have a digital version.
Okay. Yeah, if I remember, there
but
was
we still can decide to print some.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was a digital version about the handbook and 50 copies to be printed in each language for each organization for helping the disseminations. This is, I think, a general approach about it. But well, yes, we can let maybe a working group to decide what is better to do. But I mean, there's is just to have idea if we are going to produce some video interview, we are also to transcript in order to write in the digital version of the handbook. I think is the best solution, because everything will be written, everything will be and can be disseminated in the at the same time, I think.
Yeah, I think it shall be a version that is open to some changes or to some
Let's say so.
Updating.
Of course, we can upload in a website, and we will talk later about dissemination. We can upload every contribution, every video interview, every media we have. But in the handbook, as it will be printed, there's the need to transcript whatever the contribution will be. I think this is we can start from this point.
Yeah.
Are you agree?
And to your exactly to your question, that you probably might not be able to bring all the stakeholders, all the experts in the meeting in the one in the week. It's also possible just to share, because we know that you're already working with them. It's possible that you share your experiences, and we write down the experiences in the handbook. Anyway, it's just that we have to consider it, but the way how it will happen is up to us, and it's I guess it's unrealistic to bring all the possible people you are having to do in your daily work to the meeting. So that's not the it's not a quality criteria. It's more about considering what is possible and share your experience and expertise.
So to have all the stakeholders in the meeting in that week, it will be great. But if it's not possible, we can have different solutions to this problem in order to involve them anyhow, and we can report our experience while we are working with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
It can solve a lot of problems to us. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you,
Posso, Christian?
Yes.
Christian, posso?
Prego.
To share interview with stakeholders, it is very important if we are able to make a big part of this work before, because we must have time to put the right questions, and we will decide which part use for the handbook in the time that we will have our meeting directly, personally. But also because we will have a handbook made by pages written, but also with photos and videos and so on. The question very interesting for me is to ask if we share, everybody, the concept of transformative education. This is a difficult question. We must decide what we mean together as with these adjectives, transformative. Is there an international idea shared about it, or we are free to decide together what means it for us, for our experience?
Italo, thank you for raising that issue. The transformative education in environmental education is a topic at the first meeting in Portugal, and I'm writing my thesis in that area, and I will talk about the educational scientific concept. It's still not defined very clearly. It's a topic that that's part of the Agenda 2000 of the UN, but in educational science there is no fixed concept, and I'm trying to define it in my thesis, but I have some concept to talk about, and we can decide together in the first meeting to follow this approach, or what kind of approach we will follow in our work.
Yeah, if I understand well.
If you allow, I would like to share my my work so far with you in advance, if you're interested, if it would be helpful.
I say something?
For me, it should be very interesting to have some examples of this transformative education, concrete examples. But the first and most important thing for me is that we are in front of a new environmental situation named climatic crisis. And this obliges us, as we are in front of something totally new, have also new forms of education for the young generations. And this is a thing improving as a work in progress. We can give together, contribute to this concept. And the most important thing is to share our experiences.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to say something about that. Can I speak? You hear me? Yeah. This is a very topic part of our project. It could be a critical part of our project, because it's not very easy to do what you write, but it is very important and very eccitante,
exciting,
exacting to follow this argument about the transformation education. It could be now is not the moment to understand well, but I suggest at first to read inside the Sustainable Development Goals about the four objective aim, fourth aim, especially for number 7, 4.7, this described exactly what mean transformation, educational transformation. We can add something about our experience, but that descrizione, that description about the transformation education is very, very important, because it is collected with the sustainable goals, and especially in my presentation, after I show some part, the point 4.7 talk about what will be, what we have to do to change actually situation about the knowledge of the environment problem, but not only about the environment problem, but for example, human rights, gender equality, peace and no violence problem. And in this field, we have to choose only one part, because it is too large.
Topics, too many topics.
Too many topics. If we have to write a book, we have exactly to decide a part of this topic idea of transformal education, because it's very, very large and
Wide.
It's very, very wide, because as you write, collection of pedagogical methods and guideline, including practice. This is very, very hard work, especially if we want to say something new. Something new. And I suggest to discuss this point after we exchange some our idea. I suggest to, if some of us want to write something about own idea of a transformation educational, please can write before, and then we can discuss all together about that, because it's very, very important point and not very easy to transfer to the other, especially if we want to write a book. For example, I give you only two examples. One of our idea about that was to suggest to talk about the emotional education, like as an important part for the transformation education. And another point is educate the people or young people about the mutual aid. Mutual aid.
Aid, hai ragione, aid.
Mutual aid. With this different part, emotional education and mutual aid, could be we can suggest something new in the transformational education, because the European try to work in this field for a long time, but with few result, of very few result, and we have to try some hope to make in the field a very successful method, pedagogical method to move the young people to keep on their child, their future. That is very important point of the transformation education. That is very important. How we can do better that the other people do già adesso. Come possiamo far meglio di quanto stanno?
When we improve, how can we improve the technical as better than the people before us?
Because many people do that. For example, I put on the table one point.
Pietro, scusami.
Yes,
sorry,
I
Pietro.
stop it. Yes.
Because I think we are going too long.
Yeah.
What you have said obviously is interesting and is right, but I think we have to focus also on the methods we have to adopt for a kickoff meeting. So we think it's not now the moment to enter in the deep of the topics. We have to scan a lot of different features of the project, and we have to stay still for this meeting at the top. Hopefully, I think we haven't mentioned and we haven't said clearly, but I think we can start as a consequence of the kickoff a kind of working group, and we can decide which member can take part to the working group in order to start the so-called off-meeting organization. Off-meeting, it means what about all the features of the project that must be implemented, talked, defined, and developed together, as you have asked. If someone has to talk or to write about the transformational education, to talk together before to write or to decide. So I will shift this discussion, this interesting discussion you have started, to the working group for educational transformation, and I will suggest to go on with the agenda, and if everybody is agree, obviously.
Thank you, Pietro. It's in fact a very important topic, and it's very central for the handbook that we find a definition which we follow and keep in mind during our work. Thank you, Christian, for suggesting a working group. That's a very good idea, and I hope to be part of it. And I will prepare a written document about the approaches or the approach I'm dealing with on transformative education, and give a basic idea, and so that we can go further together in order to reach best possible our project goals.
Sorry, Petra, but you asked me to have a look at the time, and we are almost half an hour over the scheduled time. So
yeah, thank you,
keep
Lisa.
an eye on.
I guess, or I would say as the handbook is our central output, it's okay to to get a bit deeper already now into that issue. And now we have decided about the working group. So the the time consummation is justified, and I will go on fast. Next slide, please. Okay,
This is also
this is the summary of the evaluation by the national agency. I guess you read it all. It's just listed the points what have been mentioned and which are important to keep in mind. It's also a checklist for us to fulfill this quality criteria in order to the final report, of course. So I guess it's not necessary to read it now. You have it all in front of you. Yeah.
And we can obviously share with everyone in order they can read after the meeting ends.
Yeah, it's our checklist for monitoring and quality management.
Yeah, slide number 12. Yeah. Next one.
Yeah, that's more of the list. So nothing to mention in particular.
Project culture.
Yeah. So now my question, do you need some maybe 10 minutes break before we start? Because this is another topic.
The one who needs break can raise their hands so we can see. So if no one raised their hands, Pari, you need a break? Or it was just...
No, I mean, if I'm the only one, then no.
Okay. Jorge? Okay, don't... No, I saw the raising hands on the display. I think you want to say something.
Yes, sorry. So when are you going to have just a short break? I'm asking. Yes, because that was the beginning. We have not spoken about it.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So how many minutes, Petra, do you suggest?
10 minutes?
10 minutes, okay.
Let's continue at 10 to 7.
Yeah,
in
okay.
Portugal. Okay.
Okay.
10 minutes break, okay.
Petra, can you please stay in there?
Okay, so welcome back to the second part of the first kickoff meeting. Petra, we were still talking about the part of project culture about the presentation you sent us. I think we can start from that point. So let me share the screen. Obviously, if someone has to ask something to anyone, can raise his own hand, but I don't see any hand raised, so we can go on. So, Petra, please, can you go on with your presentation? Thank you.
After this, much information in the first part. We have now planned an informal part, but a very important one, as we find. It's about our project culture, how we deal with each other, our expectations and motivation. And then there is the last part, the contracting, which I will try to go faster as planned. Not to have you sitting here around midnight. So, Karin, please.
So, Christian, can you please share that?
Okay, I see Lisa with the raising hands, or
Lisa?
Yeah, I wanted to remind you of the picture you want to take.
Okay, so we do it now or after the activity?
Machen wir es jetzt.
Okay.
So, okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I look so tired.
You want it to be hidden all the time, Pari.
Okay, so let me find the tool. I don't see Italo. And Pari, maybe you are on. Okay, Pari, I see you. Okay, perfect. Snipping tool.
Capelli pari.
Okay.
Ciao, buongiorno.
Fatelo vedere. Dov'è?
Okay. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Waiting, Theo, you are biting your fingers in the picture is not good. Okay, Italo, can you raise your head? Because I see from I cannot see you from the nose to the mouth. Can you get a little bit up?
Maybe that it's better so.
No, I see only your eyes. Can you get a little bit up?
Maybe
Okay.
it's better if you don't see me completely.
Okay, we are
I
confident.
have a problem.
Okay,
I have a
1,
problem,
2,
you know.
1, 2, 3. Are you ready? Okay, perfect. Okay. Oh my God. Here it is. Okay. Oh, no, sorry.
Maybe we machen gerade Foto.
Yeah, no, because I'm working with with another PC. Oh, okay. So I have to do it once again. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Italo, come back, please, on the video. Turn on the camera.
Annemarie, wir machen ein Foto.
Okay. Italo, okay, perfect. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Okay. Okay, the pictures is on. I will post it while we are going on with the meeting, so we won't lose time. So, Karin, you had the floor. You wanted to show the text you sent me, right?
Yes.
Am I right?
Let's
Okay.
make a game.
Yep. Okay. So, what is the agenda? Okay. So, can you see? Okay, perfect.
Please read the text. It's a little game. And when you're ready, we will start with it.
Okay. Well, participants should count from number 1 to the number of the players in the room. If there are 20 people in the room, counting from the number 1 to the number 20. Each participant is only allowed to say one number per round. but is not specified which player's turn it is and when. So the first player starts with 1, and the second player says the number 2, and so on. However, since the order has been determined, it can happen that 2 players say the same number at the same time. The round is then stopped, and you have to start again with the number 1. Okay.
Are there any questions? Amanda? Annemarie?
Ja.
Also wenn wir beginnen, dann sagst du dann einfach eine Nummer, wann du möchtest. Wir zählen durch ein Durchzählspiel.
Okay.
Ja. Gut, wir probieren es einfach. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Yeah. So up to 11, I see 11
Okay.
on my screen. Okay. Who is going to start? We have to reach 11, no? I don't know.
So 1,
2,
3,
4,
5.
6.
5. 195.
Oh, we have to start again. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Pietro. Thank you.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
Let's
start
start
again. 1, 1,
2,
3,
5.
5.
7.
6,
Oh.
8.
One more time again, okay? 1, 2, 3, start.
1.
Yeah. 2,
3,
4,
5,
6. Well, yes.
8.
9.
10.
11.
Yeah.
I think we are 10 and 13. We are 13. Okay.
13.
Annemarie?
Ich habe schon 11 gesagt.
Okay. It's interesting. We are less now.
12.
Oh.
Ooh.
George? George?
Yes. Yeah.
That's, yes.
13.
Yes. 13?
Yeah.
Woo! We got it!
Win! 13.
Okay, thank you very much. Perhaps you can also remember your number, if it's possible. Okay, we will go on. Christian, please, can you share the screen again for the presentation?
Yeah.
So Karin, was this the definite proof that we are not too stupid for the implementation of the project?
This game should be for children up to 10, and then okay, everything is good. So let's start with our part. We want to talk about our team. So we are very different team of different ages, of different backgrounds, experience, and I think we have to find a common content, and so we will talk about our motivation. I sent you 3 questions, and we will talk about it later on. And we have also the point of our competencies. Competencies means our skills, our strengths, our resources. And we have the point of collaboration. That means how we can work good together. And one point of this is how do we communicate, how we can cooperate together, and also the support is very important. And we would ask you to think about these things, about your competences, about how we can work together. And in the next kickoff meetings, we can share these ideas. And the aim is that we have to make an agreement how we communicate, how we give feedback, because it's also one of the things we have to report in the handbook, how we gave feedback back to the activities or to each other. And we have also this point support. We have thought about it, that it would be good that we will collect now all the ideas, and some of these ideas will not be part of our activities now, but perhaps we can use it later on. So we want to collect everything what comes to your mind, but then in the real work we have to concentrate on special things, and we have to we have to see what is really this content. So there's also a framework, and we have to be in common of this framework. So all of this will be discussed in the next kickoff meeting. And the one thing we do now is we will talk about our motivation. Christian, please, can you go to the next slide? So I ask you 3 questions. You can answer how you like. If you don't want to answer it, it's also okay. First, what is your motivation for the project? How you can be motivated by others, and also how you can motivate others, especially other people in the team. So I would like, who was the number 1 in our game? We'll start, please, with the presentation. And please be short so that we can give an answer within 2 minutes, if it's okay, that everybody has 2 minutes. Are the rules clear? Did you understand me?
Yes.
Yes, is it clear? I don't remember who was number 1.
I'm the number 1.
Okay, Pietro. So
Pietro.
okay, sorry. Sorry in advance. Can I share the video?
Yep.
Oh, really? Cool.
Schermo. Do you see something?
Yep.
But
You are on the screen.
it's good.
Yeah.
There is a picture with some kids. Did you see this?
Yes, it's okay, Peter. You can
Okay,
go.
thank you very much. Thank you very much. We start with our presentation, very short. We are Maria, Diego, and Pietro from Ledro Inserberg. Our activity is tourism reception, environment education, international cooperation, protection, and health and the environment. I have a short video, but I think we have, it's only 1 minute. Can I start with 1 minute?
Yeah, we have 2 minutes each, so you can use it.
Okay, thank you.
Pietro, non sentiamo l'audio, se intanto tu vuoi spiegare qualcosa.
Purtroppo non c'è. Okay, finished. I saw you this video because I think it's very interesting to show what we would like to do in our meeting. Involve some different people between different start from the 12 age till 30 age. The second, what is your motivation for the project? Our motivation for joint are to network with the other group abroad, to develop models of the transformative education, to grow environmental volunteering in the young people, share confidence in a better world. How can we be motivated by the other? Full availability to confrontation, receiving creative and original input, constant exchange of ideas, get to know other culture and territories, to receive a new motivation for a better future. How can we motivate the team? Willingness to listen, willingness to network, experience to share, knowledge of the territories and culture, comparison of various ideas, give a positive motivation for a better world. Focus of the EcoCoWaLa project, transformative education. We talked before. We are interested in sharing ideas in 2 areas: emotional education and education for mutual assistance, joined with art dimension. Last one, the evolution of the species is not determined by the law of the strong, but the law of the mutual aid. This is a Kropotkin. Thank you very much. 2 minutes or more?
Thank you so much, Peter.
You're welcome.
Yes, as you are three, you and your wife and your son, I think. You
Yeah,
have
yeah. My
you
my
have more
son,
than 2
my
minutes.
yeah, my son called me that he now actually now is in
Bilbao.
Bilbao,
Mhm.
and the internet in his room is not good, and they have to close the communication. But I hope that he decide to follow us in this project, because he knows many other people, young people, and students to involve in our project.
We are happy to have also youngsters in our project.
Yes, it's
Okay,
one
thank
of the
you.
point that there is in our project, in the staff part. Every team have almost one young people, one person inside the team.
So thank you. The
You're
next,
welcome.
who is the next? Number 2. Can you remember? Who was number 2? I am 3, I know.
You are 3.
Yes.
I thought me to be the first.
Okay. Please can start, please.
Like Alzheimer
Oh,
group.
okay, yeah. Okay, so I can be the second, and yeah, what is my motivation for the project? Yeah, it is long time that I have been assigned by the presidency of the Federation of the Italian Naturfriends, and it is a long time we are looking the opportunity to have a crossover project between our local groups and hopefully between also other groups, other NGOs in Europe. So this is the very big opportunity we have. We have followed for a very long time. So this is the beginning of the motivation for my as I may say, for the institution I represent. There are also personal motivation. Maybe they are stronger because just in this day in Italy, there is a, sorry to be informal, but I want to share this because to me it's very important. In this day in Italy, there is the release of a movie. I don't know if it will be successful or not, but it talks about a person that I think is very inspiring to all of us. And I'm talking about Bob Marley. I'm listening to his music, to his philosophy, and to what he was not only singing but preaching when he was singing since I was a teenager. And I think that there is much more that the joint he was used to smoke if we listen carefully to the message he gave us. And there is a part of the philosophy of the Rasta he has shown to the world that talks about how we can fight Babylon. Babylon the is the overall construction that man, the Western man, the white man brought to the world that is a corruption of the ideal, the utopia of the world and the natural world as well. And as we are in all of us involved in protecting the world, the nature, I think is a kind of model that suits to us. We are fighting Babylon. And every time I do something for the nature friends, I feel this sensation inside me. I'm fighting Babylon. I'm resisting. So I'm, and this is I know maybe to someone maybe can sound silly, but to me it's important because doing this project, it makes me that I'm still fighting. And so this is my personal motivation. Sorry to be so look around but but I want to explain very well. How can you be motivated by others, and how can you motivate others? I will answer to both questions by saying that I'm used not only for my role, but also in my job. I'm working the IT, and I'm used to approach to every problem with a team. It means that not everybody should do everything, but everybody can solve part of the problem. And there is also the opportunity to coordinate each other. And think could be a mutual motivation to me to the others and others to me. How can we solve problems that independent, not alone? And this, I think, is very important. So if we are together, we are stronger. And this is another motivation we should use. That's all.
Thank you so much. Yes, I'm number 3. And I will start with my personal things. Because I'm just a member, and I'm not working for the Naturfriends. I'm just working sometimes for them. I'm guiding on rivers, but I'm not really working for them. So I'm a normal member, and I like this very much because I can do whatever I want. I'm not obliged to follow any rules. And as I was a student, I found today a picture. I was always, I don't know if you see it. I was always fascinated. I was always fascinated by rivers and by colors of the rivers. And every time I'm on the river, yes, my heart opens, and I like this very much. And also the mountains. My children often make drawings from mountains, and they know I like it very much. So my motivation is nature, and being in nature, and also caring about it. So I like to care about the area around me, also for the for the animals, for the plants, and for everybody who is in my surrounding. That's my motivation, and also to share my experience. So I'm not 20 anymore. I'm still a little bit more experienced, and I'd like to share this experience and like the exchange with others. So this could be also a thing that I can give to others. I like to motivate them by my emotions, perhaps, and by my sharing of things. And one part that is in our family very famous. So we sometimes write a short notice. And I like this very much. I can be motivated by notice. So my son was writing to me, "Have success, mom." So that's also a thing. I can be motivated by others. So when they say positive things, yes, I think I can do everything. So this is my motivation. And yes, I'm very looking forward to our project. How can we work together? And I think one thing is important for us, that we are aware that we can't change everything. So we can change sometimes, that is in our area or in our surrounding, but we can't change the conditions outside of us. And so I think this is perhaps important to be not frustrated about politics and about education and so on. So we can try small steps, but not everything. So the next, please.
I'm the number 4. Hi, everyone. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Stella, and I'm a psychologist, and I'm primary school teacher. I'm very happy to be here. My passion lies in development of children and assisting related categories such as parents and teachers. My interest in nature stems from my in-depth study of psychology for well-being. I'm a volunteer of Friends of Nature since 2015, and I continue to be in love with this group that extend beyond the border of Italy. And I feel motivated to contribute my skills to the project. The ultimate goal is ambitious, and I'm proud to be a part of it. The work we do can inspire other groups, and not only those related to nature enthusiasts, but also all organizations that want to work with children and engage them in caring for and promoting well-being through nature, land, and water. This motivates me. Regarding the second question, I feel that others can motivate me by continuing to participate actively in the project. The support and exchange within the group motivated me. I can say that I will feel motivated by the group through sharing. The last question, but not the last, how can you motivate them? I offer myself as a support for the well-being of this group. If necessary, I can develop visualization for everyone to regain energy and feel motivated again. Meeting and discussing the down moments, and we can talk and find a strategy to motivate ourselves. That's all. Thank you. The number 5.
Thank you, Stella. Who is number 5? Who is number 6?
I think it was me. I'm not sure.
I am number 6, but I guess you.
Okay.
You were not. No. You were number 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Let's continue with you, please.
Okay. So, for the first question about my motivation for the project is, of course, related to the environmental area, because for me it makes sense to be involved already for many years in association about environmental and ecology subjects. Already because I lived in Switzerland and I was involved in a zero waste association, and I was traveling as well, and I made like education awareness in Cambodia. And well, so for me, the subject about the transformative education as well is reinforcing my motivation, and of course, as Petro Pietro said, to network with stakeholders and you guys from other association. That is very important for me to share how knowledge and how skills, experiences, and that's why it's a real motivation to get involved in this project. What else? The second question was, sorry, I didn't remember, but how can you be motivated by others? So, well, for me, the work team is very important, and I think as already it was already saying that alone we go faster, but together we go further. And for me, the collective intelligence is a real tool. How can I say that? Yes, is a tool for successfully managing a project, and I think it's really helpful and really important. And last question for me, it's the more complicated. So how can you motivate other team? I think by who I am and my energy and my motivation and my personal path in several projects, and yeah, that's yeah. I don't know what I can have, but I think you understand.
Thank you, Sue.
Yes, thank you.
So, number 5, it's Petra.
Actually, I am number 6. I guess number
number
5
6
was Theo.
Sorry?
You were number 5. I guess I...
Yes, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Number 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. My motivation for the project is I get to know your work on site in Portugal and in Italy, and I was deeply impressed and still am deeply impressed by what you're doing, and I wanted to become a part of this work somehow, and then I was motivated to write this application together with your inputs. And during this process, I already recognized that it's worth to work hard for it. Another motivation is the strong wish to share a vision with young people, to give them tools for change, to support them and to help them in their wish, in their engagement for environmental issues. And I'm convinced that we can change and move together. And also I'm motivated by this framework of intercultural work and cooperation. How can I be motivated by others? It's exactly what you all said at the beginning. So there could not be more motivation and more support from your side, and this kind of honest support, this kind of excitement, and that it's what I need to be motivated it has all been recorded, so I do not need to repeat. And how can I motivate others? So I am in the role of the coordinator, and therefore it's my my responsibility to create an atmosphere of open ears, and I just can encourage you to be open and direct, and we can share everything. Yeah, and it's also, I see it also the part in the part of my role, and to motivate others, that I see ourselves as team, as a huge source of resources. And when I see you sitting there and hear you talking, there could not be a better source of resources and yeah, motivated people. Yeah, I think so. I think I could never stop talking, but we have to continue. Thanks.
Thank you, Petra. Now, who is number 7? Oh. Annemarie, do you know your number?
Gut, ja. Was ist meine Motivation zu dem Projekt? Natürlich, dass die nächste Generation auch eine halbwegs intakte Umwelt vorfindet, und vor allem durch diesen Projekt lernt man auch kennen, was zum Beispiel die italienischen Naturfreunde machen. Ja, ist sehr interessant, gefällt mir. Ja, und wie mich andere motivieren, das ist schwer.
Annemarie, ich übersetze mal die erste.
Ja.
So Annemarie said her motivation for the project is to get in contact with all of you and with the organizations, and as well as to build a good future and for the next generations and save nature for them. Okay.
Ja, die zweite Frage ist ein bisschen schwierig für mich. Wie können mich andere motivieren? Ja, indem sie mich ansprechen, sagen wir, oder ich sehe in der Umwelt Mist umherliegen, zum Beispiel nur, dass man dann die Menschen eben darauf aufmerksam macht, oder auch, ja, da gibt es Verschiedenes. Was soll ich sagen? Ja, dass die Bevölkerung oder die Menschen eben besser auf die Umwelt achten sollen. Ja.
Soll ich übersetzen, oder?
Ja, es ist schwierig, diese Frage zu beantworten für mich.
Ja, finde ich auch.
Ja. Ja, bitte.
Okay, so the second question, how can I be motivated by others? Annemarie said that it's important for her to talk with other people about environmental issues like waste and so on, and it motivates her if others have a common ground about these topics.
Okay. Ja, die nächste Frage ist da schon leichter. Wie ich andere motiviere, mein Schwerpunkt sind ja Kinder und Schüler, mit die kleineren spielerische Projekte zu machen, in den Wald gehen oder zu Bächen, oder eben zum Beispiel auch vor allem in die Natur gehen und ihnen zeigen, was sie besser machen könnten oder auf was sie achten sollen. Ja, weil einfach die Natur oder sagen wir die Umwelt wichtig ist für die nächste Generation. Da kann man mit Kindern sehr viel und Kinder sind auch immer motiviert. Schauen, zum Beispiel habe ich mit der Lisa am Bach mit der Becherlupe zum Beispiel haben sie gesucht, wie nennt man das schnell, die Tiere zu bestimmen. Also ich bin nicht so der Redner, aber ich mache sehr gern das Ganze und ich mache lieber die Daten. Also ich tue mit beim Reden schon ein bisschen schwierig, das zu erklären. Also ich könnte mich vorbereiten. Wie erkläre ich das jetzt einen genau? Ja, es ist einfach wichtig, Kinder die Natur näher zu bringen, dass sie drauf schauen, wie sie es besser machen können oder gut machen können, sie zu erhalten, die Natur zu erhalten. Das wäre meine Motivation, die nächste Generation das näher zu bringen. Ich glaube, Lisa, das kannst du gern übersetzen.
Übersetzen. Okay. So the last question, Annemarie said she has already raised much experience with the work with children and young people and concerning environmental topics, and so she can share this knowledge with all of you and how to get in contact with children and work with them.
Danke, Marie und Lisa. Can you remember who was 8? Oh, 8 is sleeping. Who is the next?
So I've got no idea what my number was, so I
Okay.
can do 8.
Let's go on.
Okay. What is my motivation for the project? Well, of course, getting to know all of you in person and just connecting with people who have the same interests and yeah, and learning from all of you, learning new methods and which I can use afterwards. And also I see this project as a maybe long-term relationship between our organizations. So maybe we can do some other projects in the future, and this is also a motivation for me. And so nature was always very important for me. I studied biology, and it's great to be part of a project where nature is the topic. Okay, second question, how can I be motivated? I think the second and the third questions are tough. How can I be motivated? Yeah, as others said before, it's great to know that I'm part of a team and I don't have to do everything by myself. And I just know who I can turn to if I have a problem with anything. And I think this is also part of the answer of the third question. So if I can help anyone with my project part, yeah, and sharing my experience, and yeah, that was it.
Lisa? Danke, Lisa. Yes, who will be the next?
No.
Italo is sleeping.
Italo.
Italo. Now it's time for Italo. Where is Italo? George.
Ich bin den 12.
Ah, du
Oder
bist
nicht?
Okay, wer ist noch? Wer war Nummer 11?
Oh, but I can say.
Okay.
No
Please, Italo.
problem. Yeah. This is my motivation. The Lakota, they say, Nitakuya Yasin. In Himalaya, they say, Sarvam Sarvat Makam. It means that both mean I stay with all my relations. We are all brothers and sisters. We are only one people. When we climb, when we walk on a way, sometimes we must stop ourselves to control where we are going, if we are on the right direction or not. For me, work with you means this. I stop myself a moment and I control my way, my goals that I am doing. And this is very important for me. The motivations that I can find in the other people working with me, or that is that I must be humble enough, and I have nothing to teach. I have all to learn. I have all to learn by human beings. I have all to learn by the animals. I have all to learn by the trees, by the stones, by the water, and so on. And this is the most important thing for me. And I hope to be so clever enough to make this. Thank you.
Grazie, Italo. So we have now Portugal, I think.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
So my motivation for the project. So one of the great truths that I'm reading a book about it from wisdom from South America is I always try to give my best. So I will try as many things in my life to give all my best to the group, to the intentions, to the strong intentions that we are putting through. And all my wisdom that I put at service of humanity in all the members of the team that I try to connect. So a deep work that I do to myself is all in look to ourselves. I know that under this physical wall of the matter, that we have different landscape and different environments between all of us, the three countries. But I think we will, after seeing something different, another perspective probably will move us and will give us the energy and strength to carry on what we are doing ourselves, in the hour. Of course, we are limited for many things that we like to change, but as again, we are trying to do our best. How can you be motivated by others? Yeah, is to have to listen, to have a deep listening, the feedback that we receive from others. We learn from each other, and I think the experience that many of you have from your cultural backgrounds, you know, your studies, and that's what helped us moving through humanity in the past. So our different interests and the diversity that we have, each one of us, that's the enrichment that we have, all of us as a team, you know. So, and we are motivating to about the environment, about nature, and I think this is very altruistic. So we are working and we are putting our energy and our efforts through something else that is giving us so much. You know, that is nature. Um, how can you motivate others, the team? Yes, also is I will try to have my insight of what I can listen and what I can observe from each other. I think I have a good listening, so I can see through the words, I can listen through the words, many things that we have in ourselves. So I hope I can, when of course when we will be in presence, I think we're gonna be more easy. So, but this is online, so it's a bit different. So, and I'll be always motivated and energy to help each one who needs it. Okay, I think I've finished for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I think Pari, is she still alive, Pari? Pari, are you still here?
Oh, she's disconnected.
Okay.
I think so. Yep.
So that would be, it would be finished now from my side. Thank you so much. I think it was also very emotional for everybody, but it was very important for us, I think. I feel also that it's very, I think I need a break now. I don't know what's the plan, but I think it would be good to be here also for your questions. If you have questions to the first part, please now. Or otherwise, we can also write if you have any questions for the next kickoff, you can write into the group and we can answer your questions.
Sorry, Karin, I see Pari, but she's back.
Okay.
Yeah, before I wanted to
complete
Hi,
I wanted
Pari.
to turn on my microphone, but I quit the Zoom.
Wake up.
So, Pari, we will like to hear your motivation.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's so tired to talk about my motivation, but I'm tired. But yeah, so I don't know, I mean, I know almost everyone. Very happy to be here. I mean, I've been part of the Naturfriends since let's say 6 years, and mostly I was connected to the International Young Naturfriends, IYNF. Currently I'm the co-president, and for me, like, being also part of the coordination of the Italian group means a lot, as I can see that things are happening in the member organizations in the Naturfriends, which is very heartwarming, and like seeing the connection between the Naturfriends was something that was missing in the past couple of years, that also the young group was trying to push for it. So yeah, going to my role in the Italian Young Naturfriends, my wish since years is to get more young people active, no matter their background or nationality, but within the territory of Italy, for Gian to see more young people. And knowing that this group is for young people, yeah, yeah, one of those biggest steps that we are taking, and I'm very excited about it. I mean, I was just thinking about the answers to the questions, but I have them all connected in my head. I have a feeling I can motivate or help. I would call it more like both of them together. In case I can, in case there's a need for skills in as a trainer or facilitator. As I've been training a lot of youth mobility, so in case I can help if you need any let's say extra help with also organization or management of the project. I also in my work, I'm a PhD student in a laboratory that works a lot with the Erasmus Plus projects. So I kind of have a feeling that in case we have a problem, one way or another, we will find a solution. That with the network that we have through the Young Nature Friends and also through Gian. So yeah, all this combined together makes it feel so great to be here on this project. On water themes, I'm specifically motivated because last year we did a youth exchange on water activism and water protection, and all the participants, including me, we were just so touched by how much water means and how little we actually realize it on a daily basis. So I think water means a lot right now also to the sections that are sitting here. One of the wishes would be to have a culture of that. I mean, we already have it, so it's just I put it on the table. Culture of open communication and open feedback, and that taking care of each other, because we are in this. Most of us as volunteers, some of us on some working hours, some of us on none. So for me, being part of a project means enjoying the time being together and doing something, building up something rather than the project itself. So big hope for water protection, self-care, group care, and a lot of love to be shared. I don't know if I answered all the questions.
What should I say more? Thank you very much. Now give back to Petra.
Sorry, Petra, if I get the floor before you. Just for a suggestion, maybe we can write each of us the answer to the question Karin sent us and use them for the presentation you ask for us to insert in the handbook for a personal profile of each of us. What about? Or do you think that kind of profile needs some maybe some bio more? But I mean, I think there is a
Is this question now to me? I think it's a question for the whole group, and I think everybody should present him or her as he wants. I would suggest the photo and a little background. So if you want more personal background or more, I think about your studies or something, it's up to you. I think it should not be too long, but we should be aware that this will be on the website. So every content will be on the website.
okay.
Petra?
I guess that maybe the one or other of you wants a break. We have one topic left. It's not a very thrilling topic, and maybe you want to catch some breath, some fresh air. And we meet again at in 10 minutes, so at 15:15. Is that okay for everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so back to the third and last part of the first kickoff meeting. Petra, we were talking about the agenda. Now there is a part that is connected to the bureaucracy and especially the contracting. So I think it's better you to introduce the point, and so I can leave you the floor. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Could you share the
Yep.
presentation, please?
Yeah,
With
once more.
slide 18.
Okay. Here we are.
Okay. Yeah, we are now responsible to create a document as part of the partnership agreement that is dedicated to the task sharing. We already have described it detailed in the application, and we all the people involved in the application process agreed to it. Now let's have a look on it, and we could add something or change something before I write everything down in this document, and I will prepare it and yeah, until the end of the kickoff phase. The activity package 1 is this part of project management and all the most part of the office work, communication, dissemination, and the coordination. It is led by the Naturfriends. We are the coordinators, so it's logical to coordinate the overall process. And the idea was that this is also a very shared part, because each partner has to do a lot of work in the background, a lot of office work, a lot of bureaucracy. We are asked to document and to disseminate, and all this communication part we are doing already together. So it is a shared task. And therefore, we decided to divide the budget into 3 parts, comprising the same amount. Listed here, it's 4,000 for each partner. And it's also for covering the overhead costs like we all have. It's the staff costs, operating costs, dissemination. Is this clear for everyone? Does someone have something to add?
Okay. Then if we agree, this becomes part of our written agreement. But we still can add something until next time or a bit later. Okay, Christian, next. This is work package 2. The meeting in Portugal, where Cabeco Santo does have the leading role for the organization of the meeting and the preparation of the meeting. The other partners will be provided with knowledge and techniques. They are involved in the exchange of experiences and knowledge, and we will creating an output as a team in co-work. Yeah, the requested outcome is listed in the previous slide here. It's just to have it in mind, and then for later that it's more easy to put everything together. The budget is 12,464, and it's based on these rates applicable for the K2 cooperation partnerships. So there are fixed rates we have to follow, and the budget was explained in the process of, or this rate system was explained in the process of the application. And there are two cost categories. The first one is for travel. This is also according to a fixed rates. It depends on the distance of the partners, and this should cover the tickets. It's a flat rate. It shall cover all the travel on site, and part of it could also. So if our tickets are cheaper than listed, then we can dedicate the rest of the budget for food, for subsistence, for accommodation. And then the second cost category are the activity costs. We calculated with 4 persons per team and 1 expert from Portugal. So according to the rate we are operating for Portugal, it's 137 per person and per day. We have a sum of 7,124. And these cost categories both can be used for everything. So this is a flat rate, and we are flexible within this frame to cover all the costs of the meeting, even if it's for materials or for equipment.
Okay, so Petra, if I well understand, it's the budget for the Portugal team that we have to manage to organize the events.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And about the flight tickets, we book it as soon as possible so that we get it as cheap as possible.
and we pay it in advance, and then we get them refunded by you, because you will get 80% of that amount as soon as we have the money on our account. So we will get the whole project money. There's no, not the whole, 80% of this of 60,000. And as soon as we have it on our account, we are obliged to distribute it to the partners, also 80%. And then you do not need further decisions from our side. You are in charge of your meeting. You just let us know if you need some help, or if you need some decision, what else. But you're free to spend the money as long as it makes sense in order to the implementation of the project, to follow the agenda, more or less. And that's it. And after the report, we will get the rest of the rest of the budget, the 20%, and you will get it from our account as soon as we have it. Yeah. So, and if we are not four, so if one person will not attend the meeting on site from our team, we are only 3, we could dedicate the money to another person from another team, for example. But we have to communicate these changes to the national agency, and they have to check if it's according to the project plan, according to the project aim, then it will be okay. Yeah, any questions from general or from the Portuguese side?
I see Perry with hands raising.
Yeah, yeah. My video is off. Okay, because I don't see if it's working. So one question would be if there is the age range that is obliged with the national agency for the participants, in the sense that if yeah, are you aware of that?
The age range of the participants of the project team is not relevant.
Yeah, for the participants itself?
For the young people, they will be on site. It is, but we defined the age group between 12 and 30.
30.
So that
yeah, I mean, just wondering if then the team that I think will be considered youth workers can be like several, or just like one person because of the let's say youth worker accompanying person over 30, I mean.
no, it's not like that in this in this small scale area.
Okay. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
That's there are 2 main aim groups. This is the we're not youth workers, so we're experts. Of course, youth workers could be part of the experts teams, And besides these expert teams in the core team, there are other young people we are working with on site in this testing part. And the age group of those young people is defined, and there we will have to follow.
Okay. And
But
is there a maximum number of experts that can be on the activity?
there can be more, but more than this. This is the indicator for the calculation of the budget, because we had to operate with these rates. But if there are more, the costs of them have to be covered by the whole budget. So it's up to the Portuguese team to decide, because they're responsible for spending the money.
And one last question. When you said that you will reimburse national groups 80%, what did you mean? That the national group should cover it 100% and co-fund it 20%, or that the project will cover the cost of the activity 100%?
The project, the KA2 projects are based on not covering 100%, but they do not require to make visible the part that's from our own means. So that means all the voluntary work is part of this co-funding, and it's already considered in the evaluation process of the application. So
Yeah.
if we need more money than this, it has to be our own means.
Okay, so just a confirmation. I mean, that as less as we can spend, it doesn't matter because it's lump sum. But if we go over it, then we have to co-fund it from the national groups.
Yeah.
Okay, it's clear. Thank you.
Thank you for asking. And then for the partnership agreement, we will describe this role of partner organizations. And if you have to add something, there is still a bit of time, I guess 2 weeks or so, before we fix everything. So we can add something if you find things relevant to mention for the agreement. Okay, Christian, or from some question from Portuguese side? Do you think the amount will be sufficient for the meeting, or do you have doubts maybe that it could be a bit too less for the 6 days? As I already said, we are very complicated to we are not used to sleep in a luxury accommodation, so I guess there will be enough flexibility to organize the
Yes.
subsistence,
Yeah, we already
cheaply.
spoken about that. Yeah, that's fine. For now, yes, looks pretty good. We are used to work with low budgets, so
Yeah.
this is we done miraculous things with so little money for so many years. So and you'll be fine. You'll be very welcome, and it will be great experience, and great to
Yeah.
be welcome here.
We are sure. We are sure that it will be a great meeting. Yeah. And just let us know if you have any.
Of course, we will speak. We'll speak with
Yeah,
time.
as
Of
soon
course.
as you're in the detail planning, there might arise some questions. And I had a talk yesterday to our project. Our supervisor in the national agency is a very nice guy. And he's really helpful if we have some issues or questions.
Okay, great.
Okay, so next. Thank you, George. So the same again, more or less the same. The meeting in Italy, where Gian has the leading role and the organization part. And the others will gain knowledge and expertise. And again, we will create together some output. We will exchange experience. And it's also foreseen that the methods by Naturfriends, by our Naturfriends organization can be part of it. So because we are both working on the water topic and we all already have some parallelities in our works.
Petra, sorry, it looks like it's a copy-paste of the previous one, no? Because there is no Portuguese people for the travel costs.
It's not correct. The activity cost.
The activity cost and the travel cost. There is no.
Oh.
It's Peter. It seems that this part
it's the same of the
is the same of the previous.
So sorry.
I'll start before with the participants from Italy, because if the activity Italy, we don't have budget for Italian participants traveling.
Oh, yeah, it's another rate. It's another rate. Sorry. Yeah, I will change it until next time or after this meeting. But the whole it's not relevant for now because it's everything. Both of the cost categories can be interchanged and it's flexible, and the amount is 15,728 according to the rate of 214 euros, and this are travel rates. So this is the correct amount. The sum is correct, and the last part is to be corrected.
That's fine.
Petra?
Ja?
Kommt dir das nicht zu teuer vor? Is it not too expensive, the travel cost for Austrians? 760.
Karin, I don't have any choice. That's the that's the rates.
Yes, but I think we will.
Well, Karin, wait. Maybe I made a mistake again. No, because it's
green?
It's the long distance rate.
I think it's also green traveling, maybe.
Yeah, it's the same. It's I think it's 575. I'm sorry. I will send you the correct slide later. But the whole sum is correct.
If you want, I share the video and show you.
Yes, Pietro got some general information from the project, from the application, and sent us in Italian some details about the. So
I have it here now. The travel costs are the same rates for Italy, for Portuguese and Italians are, this is copy paste, sorry, I forgot. So it's the same 575 for each partner, and the activity costs are in sum based on the correct rate is 11,128. But the
11.100
is
1100 e qualche cosa, più i costi di trasporto sono 5.000, sì.
No, sono 4 e 6. The travel cost is 2,300 each partner.
yeah, exactly.
And the euro is not 137, but 214.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. And I think in that case, you didn't apply for green traveling, so you don't have to oblige people to take trains. But I mean, we can always recommend it.
Of course, we will take the train. And the Portuguese are forced to take the plane or to take a boat. I don't know. Yeah, sorry guys for the mistake. I was
Don't worry.
Christian, maybe you have can you change the document?
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a question about AP3. Can you move back?
Yeah.
About the activity cost, there is this amount is not good, but for example, this money is not for the participant, but is for the activity.
Yeah, but the flat rate system just allows to operate with this participants costs. And it's not just the cost for participants, it comprises the costs for the whole activity, and it's a combination of the rest of the travel costs we will sure not reach in when we take the train. And then the activity costs are it's just an indicator for the calculation. It is a bit difficult to understand, but it's the system according to this handbook. It's just for calculation. Yeah.
The participant don't receive 137 euro, but this is the amount for the activity.
Yeah.
The participant receive only 2,300 euro for cover the cost of the transportation.
Yeah,
No,
Okay.
We pay the tickets ourselves in advance, and we get the refund from you as the leading partner exactly in exactly the price we had to pay, and the rest keeps in your budget to spend for the activity.
Yeah.
We send you our tickets and you pay the refund.
Ognuno compra i propri biglietti, poi vengono rimborsati sulla base della distinta che presenti con l'ammontare del costo del viaggio, e quello che si risparmia rispetto al costo previsto rimane a disposizione per essere riallocato sulle attività.
Okay.
And we as the participants, we get nothing on site. We hope we get some food and some bed, but we receive your service on site. We receive to be part of the working group on site. So the budget is all yours, and you
Yeah. So the
distribute.
participant, Petra, sorry to interrupt you. The participant will be refunded for food expenses, for the overnight, for travel cost, but won't receive any special reimbursement, let's say so, or any salary for any of the activity they are going to take care of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you have to pay an external expert, you pay him.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
we do not, and we do not. So in the practical implementation, it's like that. You organize the restaurant, you organize the food, you pay it for the group, and so we do not pay it ourselves, and you have to refund because it's too bureaucratic, too much work. Just you organize everything, you pay it.
And maybe it's easier because with Naturfriends, because we have the venue within the network. Okay, so we have the section who is giving the service to Gian. So the section says I had this much cost for hosting and giving food and accommodation to this many people, and then they make an invoice to Gian, and then they get it refunded from Gian's contribution from the project. So the project, like participants' food and accommodation, doesn't go to participant; it goes to who hosts the participant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sì,
And now
vediamo.
it's a bit
Vitto
confusing.
e alloggio sono a carico di chi accoglie.
Rimborso, cioè, state.
Sì, sì, l'organizzazione di ogni incontro si accolla questi costi qua e poi viene rimborsata sulla base del budget che è a disposizione. Pietro, c'è qualcosa che non ti torna, non ti è chiaro?
No. Sì, sì, è chiaro, giusto, giusto.
Ok.
Ah, sì, certo.
No, l'unica cosa che stavo pensando era se conveniva farsi fare un'offerta a un'agenzia che trattasse tutti i biglietti aerei, ma probabilmente è più complicata. Per
Sì,
spuntare
perché
prezzi buoni, ma
fosse un solo gruppone che si muove su una tratta, ma
infatti.
sono due mini gruppi di 4 persone, forse dicevano anche 3 gli austriaci, perché magari uno di loro non viene, e per cui non credo che abbiamo questa forza qui, ecco. Cioè.
Sì, sì. Vabbè.
Ok, Petra, sorry for debating in Italian, but everything is clear.
Oh, great. And if not, just let me know, and I will try to clarify via email or in any other way. Okay. So sorry again for the mistake I made and for make the confusion even bigger.
Let's go to 83.
So this is correct.
Yep.
Yeah, this is correct again. Yeah, the fourth activity package is a bit different because this is a dissemination event combined with testing, a final test run and a final evaluation. We will have to work it out a bit more in detail, but it seems so far away from now. Yeah, the budget, so I'll explain it. I will not explain it again because it's the same system. And the meeting itself is a bit shorter. So it's 1 day for this dissemination event and 1 day for the testing, being on site in the field. And I think it makes more sense to first testing and then the dissemination, because we have all the the results from the experience outside for the dissemination event. But it's up to us, and we will work it out a bit more until the signing of the sorry, I'm tired of the partnership agreement. Okay, so that's the part meetings. Next time, next week, we will have time for you as partner organizations to present your concept for the meeting a bit more in detail. I already was in contact with Theo, and I know a little about their ideas and approaches, and also with the Italian team. It's very interesting on both sides, and we will take our time next week. Okay, next, please. The handbook. We will form a working group for the content based on our main approach. And this is just the model of how we share the work on it according to the application. Altogether, we have 11,600 budget for the work. It is apart from the meetings where we will gain methods, methodological inputs, and experience. The handbook is remote work, office work, and this is shared. Like listed here, I made three colors, so it's a bit more visible. For the Portuguese team, it's red. For the Italian team, it's green. And the Austrian team is bright blue. And shall we, yeah, maybe it makes sense to list the works again. So the coordination and editorial work and the outline of the content, the structure is up to us as the coordinators. Then the gathering of the content, the both fields we are working with are up to the Portuguese and the Italian team. Yeah, it's the relevant literature, your approaches you're working with, your experience, your success stories you already have or will develop in the future, and the description of methods, image materials, so the putting together of the methodological part will be a common work, and we operate with working days. Sorry, I forgot to explain before. WD means working day. And again, we have to operate with this daily rates according to the model, and according to the rate per country. And it's just a general calculation to spend the budget, and yeah, the work can be done very flexible, of course, and I guess it's also it makes sense for you. Yeah, and then the second third part of the handbook work is putting all the content which has been gathered before and described before together in a book, and to do the layout and design. This is led by the Italian team, as we agreed in the application process, and the review, the feedback, the work on an updated final version. This will be after the third meeting in Austria. This is the finalization and updating. This is again a shared activity. It looks a bit confusing, complicated, but I guess it will be, or we will work it out in a meaningful way. What do you think?
About the working days, what do you mean? It's just for the calculation, or
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's just for the calculation, because we again have to work with this daily rates per person who is working on it, and so if you do it together or if you do it alone, it makes no in practice it makes no difference.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I can. Sorry, I raised my hand before the question, but yeah, to the working days. So I think it's calculated based on experts for 214 euros per day, which is 6 hours. But what we did in the past is that, depending on agreements within the group, just one person or a shared task on these days, they have to do a timesheet and declare that they only work that hours. But of course, within the group, then hours can vary from person to person. It's just a matter of agreement within the team. But officially, it has to be an expert working on it for those hours.
Yeah. I have already sent you this Excel list for the working time documentation, and I guess it's a bit of a challenge to fill it in a realistic way, and I think it's not in practice. The work will not be a full working day, because all of you is doing some jobs, some other activity, and you will not be able to work 7 times for a full day on a content, and then it's done. It will be maybe 2 hours in the evening, and then 4 hours
Yes.
the weekend, and it will be splitted. But the best would be to have a real an official time documentation, and a real one, just for us to have a kind of monitoring. I don't know. I'm not sure about how to handle it so that it's
Peter, sorry to stop you. I see 2 raising hands, Pietro and Pari.
About the expert or professional, I think that you can decide to invite more than one participant, and only for 2 hours, 1 hour, depend on what you want use that participant. With, for example, with an amount about 2,782 euro for the expert, for the professional. And we can decide to use 4 expert for 3 hours each expert. It's not necessary to use all the money for only one professional.
Of course not. It's up to you.
Yes, because it's a loom account, lump
Lump
account,
sum, yeah.
lump sum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because with Erasmus is more easy to rendicontare because to report because it's think to help the new association in the European project field. It's more easy to recognize.
Okay.
To report.
Yeah, I just wanted to also mention, like, it sounds a bit complicated, but if you need help, I'm here. It's so Feta, don't worry. I mean, slowly we can figure out the timesheet. The reason they introduced the timesheet some years ago was because then the organizations cannot keep this money if they do not send the money out to an expert. So this means that if the project manager decides to do it himself or herself, but they do not do the timesheet as experts, they cannot keep the money. So this was a way for the commission to ensure that the money for the expert is being counted for the expert and is being sent out of the bank account of the organization. So it's not a sort of project money that if you have left over because an expert wanted to do a volunteer job, they can keep. No, like there should be an agreement that someone signs that working hours, I mean, it can also be like someone signs for 3 hours, but they help for the rest. Someone has to sign it.
Dicendo che dobbiamo fare un accordo per ognuno dei...
No, sto dicendo che è importante, cioè era un accordo per far firmare una persona che riceve questa trasferta dei soldi, perché se no, se non si firmano gli expert, ora gli expert anche lì non vengono a definire chi è expert, se non firmano il GIA non può mantenere quei soldi, deve mandare questi soldi fuori. Quindi non sono i soldi che avanti.
Questo bando in realtà non è così, è forfettario, non ti chiedono di documentare tutte le spese.
Sì, per expert però devi avere l'approvazione che hai mantenuto un qualche expert che ha lavorato sul progetto. Ok, I mean,
no.
We can always ask the national agency, but I don't think you can keep the expert money.
No, I didn't use in the calculation. And I know what you are referring to. It's this cost model and the experts as an own category, the youth worker as an own category. But I did refer to another model that just that just covers the activity budget. And the activity budget is calculated and it's dependent from the number of persons we're involving in the activity. And this is this one expert, so that we have 5 persons and that we have this amount that makes sense in the overall calculation.
Yeah, makes sense.
And this is it's really it looks so complicated and it's a bit difficult to explain, but in reality it's very simple. And if we have changes with this number of persons, it will not be a big problem, but I will have to communicate this kind of changes to the national agency. And if they see the reaching of the result will not be changed by this change, they will say it's okay. And if you pay 3 experts for each 2 hours or 3 hours, it will be the same than to pay one expert for a whole day. If it makes sense for your work, because you get 3 approaches by 3 experts, it could be more output than just the perspective of one expert. You have this activity budget, and it's quite flexible how to spend it. It's just that
yes,
we are.
There is the document and the book on the lump sum funding model, key action to partnership for cooperation. If you want, I send you that explain this part and how you can report funding model, monitoring, and so on about. I don't know if you read this document.
I had this document in the phase of writing the application.
Yeah, but I mean, I think as you said, Petra is a little bit confusing, but it doesn't depend on your presentation. I think while we will be working on this topic, it will be more simple. Just to start, I just think that as I may say, to do a good job, the handbook shall not be the result of some documents we are going to produce and somehow to sew together to stay in the same document. But I think we need to open a kind of working group to think the structure, to think the contents, to think how to fill the handbook, and then can start to work together to reach the final version of this achievement. This is my suggestion, to open a working group that can give a continuously an overview about how the handbook is growing and what is needed to be implemented.
Yeah.
Then obviously we can ask for outsource help for whatever of the of the work is needed and we are not able to cover by our volunteer work.
Yeah.
But I think a kind of coordination is strongly suggested. Otherwise, it will be a kind of, from my point of view, I mean, it will be a kind of union of some documents, and it will be not so clear as a handbook to live.
Yeah, thank you, Christian. And as Paris said, we are the experts. We are also experts. We are persons, and we are operating with these rates. And as long as the timesheet, says that we worked these days that have been calculated, or on which base the calculation was made, then it's okay. But if the working hour documentation says, oh, we just worked 7 days altogether on the book, then they will say, oh, we want the money back because you haven't you were so much faster with the book than you calculated at the beginning. So I will keep an eye on on the realistic time documentation, and everything will not be so complicated. Karin, you had a question about the website space. These costs are covered by activity package 1 because that's the dissemination part, and it's related to.
No, I just was wondering about to care about some things afterwards, after the project. So because everything is a content in is a digital content, and perhaps it should be, you should take care afterwards, after the project also. I don't know if I'm not now right, I'm tired, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we are very tired.
I guess we find a solution for the follow-up activities. But for now we cannot discuss what will happen with the website. But
you'll send us your presentation?
Not yet. She sent it only to me half an hour before the meeting.
Of course, I send it to all of you afterwards.
Yeah, after
correcting
changes. Yeah, after the changes of AP2.
Okay. 82.
And we can make it available in the cloud, of course.
AP2 è la nostra attività, AP2.
Ah, ok. Ecco perché sono così stanco.
Yeah. So is everything?
MP3. Ah, la vostra,
I didn't
okay.
confuse you more than you were already before. Yeah, but it gives an orientation on what we are required to do, and in reality, I guess we will do more than according to this model, and this will be then our voluntary work, our means, and we can fulfill the co-financing.
Yeah.
But they don't want to
But I mean,
part of the co-financing. That's not required by the national agency.
We stop.
Yeah.
We try to cover as much as possible with this budget.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
at the same time, Petra, I mean, we can go on debating on it, but I mean, we have also a further kickoff meeting that we haven't scheduled yet, and we don't have any agenda, so is it empty? And we can also postpone the closing of this point in the third meeting. In the meanwhile, we can try to focus some ideas by a mail exchange. So, I mean, I think we have, focused the beginning of this topic, and we are not obliged to close it in the current meeting. So,
it's only 3 slides left, and just to say a few words, I listed all the content in a very simple way that's written down in the grant agreement, which we have to sign with the national agency. It's already sent to them. We are just waiting for the signature, and then we hopefully get the money very soon. So So it's just that you have an idea of what is the grant agreement about. I don't want to read it all now. And the last, so the grant agreement is these two slides, and the last slide is the idea of the, and was recommended this to have this grant partnership agreement. Thank you. You can read it here, and we will have to set it up after the kickoff phase. About the contents, we will talk next time. The task sharing is already more or less discussed, so I can start to write it down and maybe do some additions in the after the next or the last meeting of the kickoff part. So from my side, it's done for today. Thank you all for your patience, for your attendance, and for your support, for your questions. Christian, for the hosting of the meeting. And the last point, as we have to evaluate everything, I would like to ask you for just a few words of evaluation of today's meeting. If you want to write it in per mail, or if you want to write it in a chat, or if you want just to tell it in some words, it's open to you. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Christian, would you like to start?
Yes, as I told in the beginning, it is my first kickoff meeting of an international project. Obviously, there are not. We don't leave this meeting with all the answers to all our questions, but I think it's normal because project is a slow process in which we have to continuously put our energies in order to face one problem per time. So I'm very satisfied because I think we have started with the right energy. I think even is not connected with the bureaucracy, but it was very good to have a roundtable about our motivations. It gives us also a feedback to know each other better, and I think it is very helpful, and it helps also the general approach of the team of to stay together and to work together in a better way. So I'm satisfied. I think it's a very good job that you, Petra, and Karin have done in preparing this meeting, and also thank to Pietro for posting all the documents in proactive way. And think also I maybe I forgot to mention other people, but I know we are all involved, and I'm sure that we will play our role. And yes, okay, I'm very satisfied and happy about it. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you very much. The next one on my view is George.
Yes. Yes, I think it was a good start. It's also my first experience in a kickoff meeting with a cross partnership, and it was good. So we just need to focus on the solutions and trying to, of course, you're going to have some doubts, inquiries that we will speak meanwhile. But for me, it was very positive. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Thank you so much. Stella. I guess it's good for me that not everyone is already sleeping.
Stella, vuoi dare un tuo riscontro sulla riunione, così anche Petra si fa un'idea per una valutazione veloce da un punto di
Riesco a
vista?
farlo in italiano,
Va
credo.
bene.
Ok, perché ecco, non riesco. Ma penso che abbiamo ancora altre cose da fare, da cui parlare nei dettagli, però ecco, è stato un bell'incontro, mi ha fatto piacere esserci. E sì, l'ultima parte sulle cose tecniche alzo le mani, però sulla parte metodologica, appunto, e tutto quello che ha spiegato prima è stata molto chiara, ecco, la ringrazio.
Yeah, also for Stella, it has been a very full of contents meeting. She have appreciated the precision and the presentation of the contents. About technical and bureaucracy, she is not so skilled, so she preferred to focus on what she likes most, that are the contents that we have told before. There are other meetings, other things to talk about, so she is also willing to go on with the next meeting.
Thank you, Stella. Italo.
Italo can only thanks to you, Petra, to Karin, Christian, all the people so engaged, so clever, so strong. Thank you very much, and I hope in the next time to give a bigger contribute, but it is not necessary. I see that you are so on the point. Very good. Thank you.
Vielen Dank, lieber Italo.
Vielen Dank zu dir.
Danke. Pari.
So here I am still alive. Yeah, I would a feedback from the session. I think it's an excellent point of departure. Like the team building, the agenda was really good. Yeah, I think I wouldn't have added anything to it. From my point, as I already talked to you, Petra, my energy level of being online is really dropping in the years of being like also on the international. So apologies for my video being off, but I was listening actively for the whole meeting. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about this project. I'm really excited. So yeah.
Thank you, Pari, and thank you for your questions. Mr. is calling. Theo.
Yes, I send a message on the chat, but I can read.
Okay.
It was it was also my first experience of a kickoff meeting for a European project, and I'm satisfied also about the discussion and the work and the good work already done. And for me, it's very encouraging for the next step, and more clear for me because, as you said, I joined the project later, and it was a bit confusing in the beginning for me. And now it's more clear. And thank you, Petra, also for your help and answering for my request previously. And I'm really glad to know you better, and you are. I have the sensation that we are a team very special, and thanks all.
Thank you, Theo, and you're welcome with all your questions, because we're still on the abstract level with the application, and now at the beginning. And this kind of question helps a lot to get further to make the things happening or to happen more concrete. Thanks. Pietro.
Hello.
Hello.
I have to go to dancing.
Ah.
I write. I was very satisfied with the
Sorry, I didn't.
with they say I read with the work that was prepared, professional and also creative and engaging. We still have work to do, but we are off of a good start. You understand what è il traduttore?
Thank you so much.
We also worked overtime.
Yeah.
Thank you, Petra, Karin, Lisa, Theo, Stella, Pari, Gorg, Italo, Christian, and me.
And Anne-Marie.
E Marie e Diego.
Yeah, e Diego.
E Anne-Marie.
And thanks to your wife.
Le souffleuse.
Ciao Maria.
Ciao a tutti. Have a
Ciao,
good
grazie.
everybody.
It's not finished. There are more.
Okay.
So are we Pietro, you can go to dance to your dance now. Thanks again. Have fun, enjoy the evening, and share your skills with us in Portugal.
Okay.
Karin, may I ask you for a feedback